Hello, at this time I want to talk to parents. I want to talk to parents as a parent myself, as a teacher, and as a professor in the university. Because many of us try to play God in the life of our children. We force them to read courses they are not suited for. We force them to read courses they don't like. And many of them, sometimes they end up being wayward, they end up degenerating into bad characters in the university. Some will end up failing, some will end up wasting your money, and so on. Because you want them to read courses they are not suited for. And sometimes the reasons we make them to go for these courses, either because of family pride, or a member of the family read the course and you want your own children to read it, your friends' children read the course, and so on, or you feel because of the economy that certain courses do not have prospects. The word prospect is very common these days. Well, does it have many people call me, they ask me questions. Prof, please, this course, does it have prospect? What do you mean by prospect? Times are changing, conditions are changing, so prospects are also changing. And that is why it is important to allow our children to read the courses they are best suited for and to read the courses they love. I know a particular young man told us his story. That was around 1992, that early. He wanted to read arts. The father wanted him to read medicine. Because the elder brother read medicine, he's a medical doctor, he used to send money home and so on. So they felt if he too read medicine, well, the family income will improve. And they wanted him to read medicine by all means. But the young man was not passing the sciences. Eventually, he went for his passion. He read arts, became a sculptor, started making sculptures, carving images, and so on. And the father would come to his room, look at it, and say, look at all these your idols. What do they fetch you? All these useless things you are carving. One day, a lady from US came and met him and came through a friend that she wanted some African art. And she picked some of them up and paid in dollars. And the young man took the 10,000 naira. Then, you know the value of things. I'm not sure even medical doctors take that much about that time. And then he gave 10,000 to his father and said, Father, take. He said, for what? He said, yes. That's the proceed of some of the artwork I sold. And it dawned on the father that, well, this is prospect. Initially, the father almost disowned him. The father had to break down and say, this is wonderful. So let's allow them. I also read in the book This Is My Life, children's book. The girl wanted to be a fashion designer. The mother wanted her to be a nurse. And she was not suited for nursing. She went ahead, read the nursing, but she couldn't stand the sight of blood. At the sight of blood, she would faint. When she sees an accident victim, she will cry, she will faint. She was posted to maternity ward. When a woman in labor came, when the woman is, she too, as if she was the one in labor. So the matron came and said, no, I can't stand this anymore. You are not fit for this place. Eventually, she went into her fashion designing and made the best of it. And that is why we shouldn't force our children. You must be an engineer, you must be a medical doctor, you must be a pharmacist and all. They are good courses. Nobody disputes that. But I want to tell you that that doesn't make the prospect of a child or of a person. There are many people who read those courses and they've not done anything with it up to today. And there are many people who read the so-called lesser courses and are blossoming. I think the most important thing we should inculcate in our children is number one, innovative spirit, entrepreneurial spirit, and they never say never or never say die spirit, so that whatever they put their hands to do, they should aspire to be the best and make the most of it and turn it to whatever they want it to be. Once you can inculcate into that attitude to life, I'm telling you, whichever course they pick, they will pick death and turn it to gold. And that is what we should inculcate in our children, not to force them to read courses either for our personal pride and so on. I learned of a particular person who the father insisted he must read a certain course. He did that. At the end of the day, he gave the certificate to the father and said, well, I've read the course for you. Now I'm going to pursue my own passion. I have a nephew that decided that he preferred the arts, even though he read economics from the university. But at the end of the day, he designs his own t-shirts and so on, and sells it for production and imports them from China, and he's doing well. I have a son that read mechatronics. He was offered a job, he rejected it because he said he wanted to be on his own. And today he is doing well. So what am I saying? Let us give our children the opportunity to read courses they are best suited for, and to read courses that they desire, and then to make the most of it. They feel more comfortable in those courses. Let's not force them to read our will, or for one pride or competition or the other. And I'm talking to you as a parent, I'm talking to you also as a professor in the university, that actually the course you read most of the time does not matter. But your personality matters, and what you do with those courses matter. There are so many students that are there, they are failing courses, very brilliant students, but they just fail the courses probably because they are not interested. In fact, some will tell you that my father wanted me to come to school, and that's why I'm in school. And it's not a good testimony. I have students, some students have been forced to do medicine. There are people, I remember in those days when we were students, there were people who are in the faculty of medicine or in their, what do you call, clinical years. And they spent 10 years struggling to become medical doctors. For what? That 10-year cycle is enough to give somebody a PhD in another course and make him to go tops wherever he wants to go. So let's allow our wards, our children, male and female, let them do the courses they desire to do. Let them go for their passion and encourage them to make the best of it, to be innovative and to be entrepreneurial. When we do that, even we as parents, we will eventually discover that it is the best for us as parents. Because if not, we end up frustrating them and frustrating ourselves. And many even contemplate suicide because of pressure from parents, because of pressure from this and other, for one reason or the other. So let us allow our children, let's allow our wards to take courses they are best suited for, and courses they have a passion, and let them excel in it. Thank you very much.